Hey YouTube, welcome back to React Pact, and I'm Jake.
I'm Rose.
And I'm Nikki.
And this is My Hero Academia Vestiges. So, last time, we saw basically a recap of the episode where we got to see class... of last season, and then Class 1A was battling out with the Big 3.
Reintroduction of everybody.
Big 2.5 now.
Two
But the main thing, other than that, was we saw at the end that Deborah was in the hospital, and Hawks, that is actually his name. I was trying to make up something to like approximate it, but his name is actually Hawks.
Hawk. Okay.
Hawks was there with
Dabby.
Dabby, yeah.
Any expectation for this episode?
I don't know. I have no idea. I can't predict anything.
Yeah.
This episode was originally going to be called Episode 0 because it was supposed to really just be a recap episode. And I think it caught a lot of people, especially reactors, unawares when it went up last week. Nobody from the big channels were really ready for it, I don't think. And I still haven't seen quite a few channels upload anything. So I think a lot of people are treating this as episode 1.
Oh,
so
okay.
So this episode, I feel like we're going to start to see some things really happen. Because last time it was kind of like a fun, campy episode. So yeah, this episode we're going to get into it. And I hope you're ready, because we are. So we'll see you guys afterwards in discussion. Thank you for being here. And if you like what you see, you leave us a like on the channel. And if you want to see more, subscribe. Our schedule is on our homepage. If you just click our YouTube title, it's on our banner. So we'll see you after.
He's remembering.
Be related. Whoa, a lot stronger than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, Bunny Girl.
Yeah. She was like number 3. She was in the top 10.
I think she was number 3 or 4.
Oh, it was part. He knew was in on it. I really wanted to like him.
Hawks.
He's evil.
Is he a double A? Is he a triple agent?
He's doing some shady stuff, but we don't think he's evil yet. Well, he is the son. Oh. Okay, so he's just
Yeah.
hell flame. He did the storm.
Oh, he has a cool scar now.
Oh, I thought he lost the eye.
Same.
Well, it kind of matches his son now.
Oh yeah.
He still eats with them?
Good.
Oh. He didn't want to. Bring it on.
It's like, fight me. At least it matches.
It's actually bigger.
Even if you hate him.
Wow.
変わったようで全然変わってない。俺たちはほったらかし。ナンバーワンになって強敵倒したところで心から消えるはずないだろ。お母さんの悲鳴、ショートの泣き声、トヤに残る。
Big brother Toya.
勝手に心変わりして一方的により戻そうって。
I'm telling you, Dabby.
気持ち悪いぜ。
You were a kind of a bastard. It takes time.
Yeah, he's...
They don't realize it was a stronger gnome.
He's on... Look, boy!
What the hell?
今まですまなかった。夏男にかける言葉を間違えた。今さらでも償い、未来を返す他に道はないのだ。
Good.
7人、僕を含めて8人。
Look at that guy.
歴代のワン・フォー・オール継承者。僕は9代目。
Phaeton, is that you?
一人を。
Looks like I'm dead.
と行こう。愚かで可愛い弟に
All for one.
なぜ抗うんだ。
声。
彼は学部が営業した。牙が生え変わり続けるそうだ。老いた両親の世話を欠かさない優しい男だよ。なのに彼は怪物だ、病気だと迫害を受け、両親からも隔離されてしまった。彼は異能を持たない。夕暮れの仕事帰り、異能の集団に襲われたそうだ。頼みのスタンガンは無効化された上、触手状の毛髪で体の自由を奪われた。
ダメだ、戻れなくなる。飛ぶよ。
早く。
Oh. He's like the devil offering you a deal.
世界とは何だ。弟よ。また食べなかった手を拒み、秩序を否定した。だから殺された。僕は何も命じていないんだぜ。僕を慕う多くの友人が僕を思い行動に移した。
He has a cult.
He controls people without having to say
で
anything.
皆が動いてくれ。夢の光景だ。夢は現実になった。現実は定石通りにいかない。お前が僕に屈しない現実もこれから僕が塗り替える。お前が大切だ。
やめろ。
痩せ細ったお前にも扱いやすい異能を見つけたんだ。共に行こう。
やめろ。君が9人目だね。もう少し見せたかったけど、まだなんとか 20% だ。
20%.
気をつけて。得意点はとうに過ぎてる。
Past the
でも大
singularity.
丈夫。君は一人じゃない。
Yeah, we saw that last season. Remember when the glass shattered when he had a dream? We saw that, right?
I think so.
Awesome.
Aw. I wanted more!
Discussion.
Discussion.
Okay. What did you guys think?
A lot of... Is more lore stuff, kind of.
Yeah.
Not a lot, like, exciting happened, but...
I gotta admit, I prefer the lore sometimes. We're at season 5. And we're just seeing
More
the story
about,
of what happened.
Well,
yeah.
he what's his name? All Might told him the story before.
Yeah, he told her the story. But, like, in anime, like, there's a huge difference between being told what happened and then when you see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the little things. Because I remember when he first told him, like, whether it was to bend him to his will or maybe because he loved him, he gave him the power.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he was saying something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got to see what exactly happened.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least from the brother's perspective. And this is episode 90.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh yeah, it was good. It was definitely good to see the story unfold there, and for Midoriya to experience it himself. Like you said, it's different, you know, to see it himself versus hearing it. And it was cool and kind of tragic to see the relationship between the brothers. What is the younger brother? I'm assuming it's the younger brother's name.
I don't think we actually know.
We don't know his names. Yeah, but that was pretty cool that he can like communicate with him somehow through the dead.
Like
that
a
was
piece
cool.
of you lingers on in the force.
Right, in the force.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're all
So,
contributing to this well.
Yeah.
so I would love to see. And he said he wanted to show him more, but he's only at 20%. So look how strong he is, and he's only at 20%.
Yeah.
So can imagine.
I mean, well, All Might literally changes the weather with one punch that one time, so...
Okay.
And it gets stronger as it goes on.
Right, I was going to say, it should be getting stronger, so he's the ninth. That was really cool, though. I felt like this deep connection when he's like, you're the ninth, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yes!
Didn't he say 8?
No,
No, he
right?
said, Midoriya said he saw 7, but he's the 9th. So there's 2 people in that force well thing that we don't know.
Okay.
Which I'm not sure includes the younger brother or not.
Oh.
We saw like a golden dude. He's
Yeah.
just gold.
That was All Might, I think.
Was it?
But why was he over there and not next to
I don't
Midoriya?
know, but when you looked at the lineup, All Might has to be in there somewhere, but he wasn't.
Right.
Unless he's not there yet because he's still alive. I don't know. But I just assumed the golden boy was him. Otherwise, that guy was really cool looking.
And this was like a Phaeton looking character. If any of you know Hunter x Hunter, Phaeton.
Oh, it could have been that, like all the other ones, you could kind of see what the face looked like, except for the golden one. It could have been a reverse where, because All Might's still alive, you can't see his full body, so he looked golden wreathed. Whereas, like Midoriya, he's fogged up because he wasn't like fully there in his power yet. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember the last stream he had. It was the same thing where it was just a part of him. And I think they did say that was because of his power level was only that much. I remember vaguely hearing that. Maybe I'm just making things up.
Well, I mean,
but
from what we saw, most likely that's why.
That's probably why. And he said he had control of his fingers, his hand, which is where he's practicing. Right. So that's where it's like building up there and like part of his head because his brain, I think.
It's weird in that the power of All for One is the best power in the show, because remember when that one episode they're talking about the quirk singularity, like the kids are way stronger than they were when they were kids, like those, and the scale was incredible. Like some of the kids could like create some insane powers that you'd expect on adults, and so it's like as generations go by, you need All for One because it also gets stronger as time goes by exponentially. So that works out, but also when you
all
give
for one or one for all.
One for all. One for all. But the problem is Midoriya's having such a hard time, despite how he's shredded, but his body still breaks under the pressure. So it's how much more powerful can it get before the vessels can't contain anymore?
Right.
Well, it doesn't seem like what's his name, All Might started working until he was out of high school.
Yeah, he was pretty young. Wait, what?
Out of high school.
Out of high school. Never mind.
Not in high school.
Yeah, I'd love to see a full timeline, but we started on the end thing. Let's jump back a bit.
So we saw Dabi. You and I have been theorizing since before this season that he's related.
Speaking of siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to older brother Toya? Dabi is 4 letters. Toya is 4 letters. Don't share any letters. Coincidence? I think not.
Any letters.
They sure they.
Dang it.
Yeah.
That would be really cool if that were the case, and maybe that's why he had it out for Endeavor and was about to kill him.
It's just they mentioned the brother for the first time. I think first time this episode, and Dabi has some grudge against him for some reason, and Endeavor seems to have recognized something about him when he looks at him. It's just, I think I cut you off. What were you saying?
No, you didn't cut me off.
Okay.
But yeah, it makes sense because the blue flame thing, where his mother is like kind of blue. And his father's fire. That's all I got. That's all I got.
That was good. Well, if you look at the sun, the sun's right. The girl has like some streaks of red, so I imagine she has some barely flame control and some frost, if any powers. And I imagine the other son has frost, but just didn't want to use powers at all, or wasn't cultivated at all by his father, so he probably can't use very well. So, where's the pure flame boy? We've got the kind of flame cold, we've got the cold, and we've got the flame cold, but we don't have pure flame. So Davi would be the pure flame if he was in that family tree. And he seems a bit older than everybody else. So, yeah.
And maybe like all that stuff, those things, like looks like, what do you call it, transplants of skin or something on his face. Maybe he went to someone and they, either he was injured and that was the result, or he got like some sort of, I don't know, like went to someone and they mutated him in some way, so that's why he has blue flames instead of regular flames.
Maybe. I was wondering about, like, the blood was coming under his eyes, so when things get intense for him, he starts to bleed underneath the skin grafts.
Yeah.
Those skin grafts are worthless. That's dead skin. It's never gonna heal.
Yeah.
It's
Looks
stapled
cool,
onto your
though.
face.
It looks cool, that's about it.
I know he just seems like an important character from the previous seasons. Like even when he was fighting with Aizawa at the training camp that one time, he seemed too cool to just be like unrelated.
Yeah, you can always tell in shows there's some characters that just have this aura of importance around them.
Yeah.
And usually because of very subtle things that the author have put there for future reference, so that when you look back it makes sense. So I get the feeling we're picking up some of that. Is he related? Maybe, maybe not. But he is something. There is more to him, 100%. You have anything?
Oh yeah, and he has blue eyes. That's what.
Right.
And the other thing.
They all have blue eyes. Anything?
The older brother, I forgot his name. The white-haired brother.
Natsu.
Natsu.
Yeah.
Didn't know that his brother liked soba.
Because he wasn't
like
allowed
they've been that
distanced
from him.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you look at the situation, and from an outside perspective, you look at it and say, hey, everyone in this situation wants to get better, and it's reached a point where everybody who's wronged everybody also is apologetic and they want to atone. But it's not that easy. The pain that was caused existed, and as a result, you can't really move forward. So I don't fault anyone in there, and we're seeing things from a perspective of we're being introduced to Endeavor, and now we're seeing him try to do the right thing, so we're sympathetic to him, and which is smart, because I honestly don't think the fan base could ever forgive Endeavor if we saw what they went through. It's one of those things where he was very abusive, emotionally, mentally, and maybe physically. We're not sure, at least in terms of overtraining the kid. So it's the only thing you can do if you wrong somebody is apologize and try to atone. So that's what he's trying to do, and he's showing us that, and that's big of him to try. But yeah, it's very sad to see.
Yeah, I think part of the thing that Endeavor gets, I don't know if he didn't get it before, but he gets it now, is that he can only apologize. They don't have to forgive him. So he's just trying to make his actions show that he has changed.
Yeah, there's a trope where people often in shows, and I guess real life, they feel like it's pointless to apologize because they won't be forgiven. But forgiveness isn't something that you deserve because you apologize. But apologizing, it speaks volumes of you to yourself sometimes. So yeah, I'm glad that he went that route, and he went out there to see his son. And we didn't have to see it, but the fact he went out there, that meant a lot. Well, there goes my pencil. I just wrote down family healing with time. Yeah, time. Like she said, that's Todoroki pointed out that's the first time his brother shows so much emotion.
Yeah.
That's important. That means things are changing. They're healing. Sick brother. All for One's brother was coughing a lot in that flashback. And I was wondering if it has to do with why All Might's like he is now.
Oh, if something like that passed
got
down?
like that because of the chainsaw thing.
Yeah, I know he got the chainsaw and got messed up, but I was wondering almost if passed along is this great power, but also this illness that puts a time on you. Maybe not, but I just noticed they were really showing he's sickly. That has to mean something.
I think it was just to show that not only was he sickly, he also had no quirk. So
he
he really had no way to work against his brother. He was just like, in his mind, very against him.
Mm-hmm.
So
he even to the point of not eating in this cell that his brother was keeping him in.
So mentally strong, but he was completely weak, worthless.
Yeah.
Worthless.
I meant to say weak physically, but I said weak, worthless.
Weak, worthless. Peace up.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm glad we also got to see that, like, in this world, there's still discrimination against, like, what certain quirks do to people.
Yeah, the look of people.
Yeah. Even though, like, nearly the whole world
80%,
now was quirkful, I guess.
To be fair, back then, it was really early. We've
yeah.
been through 9 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So back then, it was still kind of a new thing. Remember, they even said, I think in one of the earlier episodes, that beauty standards changed as a result. So back then, it could have been, this guy's just a freak with fangs on his face. He could kill us at any time.
Mm-hmm.
His family's scared of him. Everyone doesn't want to be around him. They don't understand what's happening to the world. And now it's like, everyone's just like, yeah, we're all changing. We don't know what's going on. But
And also, notice that All For One referred to it as not a quirk, but as meta.
Yeah,
they call them
metas
instead of quirks.
So I guess that was the early name for them.
that's also in, like, Marvel. They call them meta-humans. Anybody who has abilities that are
Like,
more than regular humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's just a catch-all term.
Hmm.
But back then, there wasn't a cute name for it where you got quirks. It was like,
Right.
the meta-humans are on the loose. You can already see the news, like,
Yes.
you know the meta-humans are behind this.
Yeah. What is it?
J. Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
He's a menace. That's all I have.
That's all I have, too. I was trying to think over the episode if we missed anything.
What's his name? Hawks.
Hawks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're on the same page. So he isn't a bad guy, but he's going undercover.
So he's undercover. He's a triple agent.
Triple agent?
Double agent?
Double agent.
Double agent?
Yeah, he's a double agent for the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems that he was most likely raised in a very cold institute where they were just taking care of him
And also,
training him as weapon.
when they saw him come to his family, you saw the house he was in
poor.
wasn't good.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
poor. Yeah, so he had a rough living, and he probably is very cynical about the whole hero thing, which explains his actions.
In his behavior.
In the last season when he was, like, slow clapping Endeavor's face, like a good performance almost.
Yeah.
He doesn't buy any of this hero stuff. He's seen the cold side of it.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's kind of like he probably would have been like a child actor because he's basically supporting his family.
Yeah, like a huge amount of weight of responsibility on the kids.
He has no choice but to continue. Otherwise, his family will probably go back to the way they were living.
Which is what we saw. I said, you asked me that like it's a proposal, but you know I don't have a choice. And then she said, I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
So, a proposal you can't say no to. That gives them deniability. And also, there's one more thing. Oh, I just wanted to mention, Todoroki's really come around. He's chilled out.
Yeah.
Even
relaxed.
even though it was mentioned that he didn't want to come, he's still kind of giving him
And
a
I
chance.
like that Aizawa chaperoned him there.
Right?
Like he drove him there.
The cat,
the cat is like,
come at me, bro.
It would be funny if we're just misinterpreting that and you're just like, oh, kitty, come here, kitty.
But it's because it's Aizawa. He's just like, fight me.
Yeah. So it's good to see the growth of all these characters pay off, and things happen in a lot of shows where something extreme or supposedly supposed to be an awakening for characters occur and they just act the same way. But no, everybody's changing to everything that's happening. So I like that. Todoroki's more calm and wiser about situations. So that's cool. So I think that's it.
yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. That was a fun discussion. I really enjoy this show. It's nice to have it back, and it feels like we're getting right back into it. Next episode, I'm expecting we're going to see a lot more of Class 1A talking about the powers. Not to mention the preview of All My Sins there talking with them about the powers. But yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. Leave a like on the video if you liked your time here, and we'll catch you next time on the React Pact. Bye-bye.
Bye.